Hi, it's me, Wallace here, and I am answering to the question to Antichrist Magazine. Well, how I meet Nervosa and if I am happy to be part of the band, of course I am happy, come on. How did I meet Nervosa? It was during the first lockdown, and I was on the roof of my house, searching for some oxygen because I'm a bit claustrophobic, and I was aware that basically the lineup of Nervosa fell apart, and Prika was left alone with all the bands. So I was really sad about it because I always liked Nervosa and the energy that they were sharing with the audience. And out of the blue, I heard the sound of an email coming, and it was Prika writing me if I was interested to do an audition for Nervosa. And of course I said yes, and she asked me to do Kill the Silence, and the audition went good, and then I become part of this beautiful family. The coming album Perpetual Chaos is completely composed by Prika Amaral, and we worked on the album in very few months. So what you will hear about Perpetual Chaos is the result of very few months of work, and we all worked like crazy to make this possible. And you will see how deep is this album. Well, about lyrics, they are all written by Prika Amaral and Martin Furia, and what I can say about the lyrics is that they are really strong lyrics, and for many songs I can say, damn, this lyric is written for, you know, my experience, because everybody who suffered from injustice or abuses or whatever can find his dimension in the lyrics of Perpetual Chaos. In my opinion, the cover art of this album is showing how death, that it's the skeleton you can see, is a, you know, walking no matter what, and is basically destroying all our planets, because you can see in the background there is the civilization is almost destroyed. And in my opinion, this skeleton, this dead, can be possibly be us, the humanity. The humanity provoked this destruction that you can see in the background. Well, in Artisanal, Casa de Grabación Studio has been one of the best experience I have ever had in my entire career of a musician, because in my opinion, this is the best situation ever for a musician to compose, to record, and to be concentrated, because we were quite isolated from everybody, but the surrounding was amazing. The people there that were managing the studio was really doing the impossible to make us feel comfortable, and it was not so difficult because everything was perfect. We also had a pool to relax and cool down after all the sessions of recording, and we were in the best condition ever. We also had the opportunity to know each other, and we discovered that we are really similar, and it's an amazing bonding that we create there. I'm sorry, I forgot. Fun stories. Oh, cutted from the documentary. I don't know if it will be cutted from the documentary, but I remember there was this thing between me and Eleni, the drummer, when I was always trying to avoid her to eat too much chocolate, and she was always hiding from me, you know, like she's like my grandma. And yeah, I remember I was hearing some, you know, crackling from the chocolate, and I was going there and, Eleni, you're eating too much chocolate. Yeah. And then I was another funny story is that I was always trying to kidnap the small cat that was there. So I was always searching for her, trying to kidnap this small cat, Hara. My heart has been broken when I left from this house, but then I came back home and there was my cat, Mia, and I hope she will never know that I fell in love with another cat. Guided by Evil was filmed in the surrounding of Casa de Grabación, Artisanal. It was filmed really in the countryside, and part of the video is filmed in really close to the house, and another part of the video, when you can see the the right between us, is filmed in a very beautiful area with ruins everywhere, and it has been quite difficult to come to the place. I remember we came down with ropes and everybody was helping us because we were all dressed, and we were not really dressed for climbing or things like that. So yeah, it has not been easy, but this place was amazing, really. What do you like and dislike about your cooperation with Nervosa? Well, I don't want you to sound like a cliche, but I actually have no dislikes because I think the condition I have actually with Nervosa and with the girls is the best condition ever, and the best condition that a musician can have, because there are no ego problems, there are no people that try to prevail on other. We are really honest with each other. We are always saying to each other what we are thinking, and so only positive things with this cooperation, and I hope that it will last for a long time. Yes, once I said nobody liked the idea of giving a woman a control of a band, but this was referred to a particular situation here in Italy. I remember at that time when I said this, my band from 21 year split up because the partner, the co-founder of this band, died. So there was no meaning for me to go on with this band because we founded it together. If he was not with me, for me it was nonsense to go on with this band. So I wanted to create a new band, a new black metal band, I remember. So I was trying to find musicians here in Italy. I tried, everything was possible because I had so many people and musicians that I knew in all these years, but I only received no. I remember many people told me, I have no time for this, you know, I have other priority in my life. Basically, everybody was saying this to me, but I remember clearly that everybody was asking me, who is going to control, to manage the band? And I was like, well, this would be a project conceived by me to, you know, go on with a heritage of the True Endless, and I would put the music that we were studying together in this band. So they were realizing that probably I would have a bit the control of this band, and they were saying no to me because unfortunately black metal ambient, especially in Italy, is really a macho dominated ambient. So the situation is not really different from 1997 when I started, and everybody was like, what a woman is going to do on a stage doing this music and with face painting. I was thinking that in 2017, 18, the situation would have been different, but no. What skills I gained during my work on stage with Abbott and Tom Warrior? Well, I gained, first of all, a lot of experience, and I learned how to face huge crowd and how to move on big stages and how to deal with guitar techs and things like that. Especially with Abbott, I learned a lot to improve my technique with a lot of elements that he teaches to me to have a good sound on stage, and how to control the fans, for example, because I remember fans were really literally eating us alive when we were touring. So I learned from him how to control these situations and not to be overwhelmed. And yes, of course, the most important thing that I learned from my experience with Abbott is that you have not to take yourself too seriously, and be yourself, be the character, but also be the human, and show also to people your human part. Don't be always acting your character, because people is not stupid. People knows when you are acting a role. That is something that I experienced, that sometimes rock stars are constantly acting like their persona on stage. And so I learned with Abbott, for example, to split the two realities in my experience in music. One thing is the character on stage, and another thing is the person that is outside of stage, you know, and show that also these people can have fragilities and can have breakdowns. We are not perfect, and we like this. Well, my fails during performances, mainly I used to fall. Let me explain better. Before going on stage with Abbott, I was always using cables. But the problem is that I always liked to move a lot on stage. And then I was finding myself wrapped into the cables. And you know, sometimes I was like standing because I was looking like, you know, a salami, and I was not able to free myself from cables, or my leg was moving like, help me. Or yeah, of course, I detached the jack from the amp sometimes because I was like tearing too much the cables. And yes, this is one thing. So I try to hide my best these fails. And I remember from the first time with Abbott, for example, they decided to buy a wireless system for me because they think it's better for you not to have cables or too many cables, or otherwise you will fall. And it's not exactly the best thing to do with Abbott, to fall, you know. And another fail I forgot to tell you is that it's a bit common between long-haired people, is that while I was at banging, many times my hair were stucking in the guitar head of my guitarist or whatever. So there's this second while you are like, okay, what to do now? Should I tear and lose all my hair, or let's try to find a, you know, a deal together move or something? But that's this moment when you have your hair like this in the guitarist's head, like new music that has impressed me. It's totally completely out of my style. I really found this new style, we can say, they call it retro wave, and it's something electronic that is with a really 80s sound, but with a modern technology. I like it a lot. I'm talking about, for example, FM84, or I don't know, Waves. There are many bands that I really like so much. No, this is mainly what I discovered, you know, in these last months, that I really like it and I enjoy to listen to it, because I feel like this music is like the comfort music, because I am from 80s, so it reminds me of good moments when I was a little girl. Well, COVID-19 is really destroying music. It's undeniable, because the thing that we cannot play live is a huge problem for musicians. Of course, first of all, for the feelings, because many musicians are like me. I feel really alive when I am on stage, and I feel the warmth of the audience. The audience can give you really very much, and this is something that it's really missing actually in my musical activity. And then, of course, without concert, music is quite dying, because everything is related to what you can find on internet. And I really hope that this situation will end up soon, because otherwise I have no idea how music will become, if this will be something that will be only shared, I don't know, with live connection on Zoom. Let's do a concert on Zoom, or I don't know, Meet, Google Meet, or I don't know. This is crazy. This has really, I hope this will end soon. Well, my plans for me personally and for Nervosa, they are strictly related, because my plans for me is to go on with music no matter what will happen. And I am a musician, I will always be a musician, I will die as a musician. So in my future there will be music, no matter in what kind of form, but this would be my future. Thanks to AntichristMagazine.com for this amazing interview. I hope to see you soon. Bye!